Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful Tuesday, and I hope you all have your coffee ready because we desperately need it. The drama in Los Angeles is absolutely spiraling out of control, and I have been glued to my screen trying to make sense of the absolute madness the writers are throwing at us right now. Let's just dive right into it. So, if you thought Hope Logan defecting to Katie's company and launching Hope by Logan was the biggest shocker of the year, you are so incredibly wrong. I mean, we all saw the fallout from that. We saw Eric's haute couture show completely flop because the media only cared about Hope. We saw Steffy losing her actual mind trying to do damage control. And we saw Brooke basically disown Hope and kick her out of the cabin. But apparently, Hope was just getting started, because now she is making a move that is going to literally tear the Forrester family down to its foundations. And honestly, I am still trying to process what happened. Hope just cornered R.J. Forrester, yes, her little brother. And she didn't just ask him how he was doing after Will Spencer beat him to a pulp at the beach house. No, she dropped the biggest bombshell ever. She proposed that R.J. leave Forrester Creations completely and join her to co-found a brand new fashion empire. And wait for it, she wants to call it Logan-Forrester. I literally gasped when she said it. I mean, the absolute audacity of Hope right now is off the charts. She knows that name is going to send Ridge and Eric into early graves. But she doesn't care. She is on a warpath. And let's be real for a second about R.J. This kid has been going through absolute hell lately. First, he gets punched in the gut by Will at the bikini bar. Then Will shows up at the beach house and literally rearranges R.J.'s face. And what does Ridge do? Ridge doesn't comfort his son. Ridge goes and corners Elektra and screams at her. Ridge is so obsessed with his war against Bill Spencer that he completely ignored R.J.'s trauma. So when Hope comes to him with this offer, you can practically see the wheels turning in R.J.'s head. He is so tired of being in the shadow of Ridge and Steffy. He's tired of being the forgotten Forrester who just gets tossed around. R.J. wants out. He desperately wants to escape the suffocating grip of his father and his sister. Steffy has been running Forrester Creations like a dictator lately, especially with all the panic over Eric's failed fashion show. And R.J. is just sitting there, nursing a bruised face and a bruised ego, realizing that he has absolutely no real power in his own family's company. So when Hope dangles this Logan-Forrester carrot in front of him, it looks like a golden ticket. A chance to finally be his own man. A chance to stick it to the people who have been ignoring him. But R.J. isn't making this decision in a vacuum. Oh no? Enter Melissa Dillon. You guys know I have had mixed feelings about Dillon for a while now. She was Daphne's assistant, then she got moved to be R.J.'s assistant, and now she is sharing passionate nights with him at the beach house. And Dillon is completely in R.J.'s ear about this. She is pushing him so hard to take Hope's offer. Why? Because Dillon absolutely despises Steffy's iron grip on the company. Dillon wants to escape the toxic environment at Forrester just as much as R.J. does. Dillon is ambitious, maybe a little too ambitious. She knows that if R.J. becomes the co-founder of a new empire, she goes right to the top with him. She won't just be an assistant anymore. She be the right-hand woman of the co-CEO of Logan-Forrester. And she is using every ounce of her influence, and let's be honest, her romantic connection with R.J. to push him out the door. She keeps telling him that Steffy will never respect him. That Ridge will always treat him like a child. And honestly, she's not wrong, but it still feels so manipulative. I find myself yelling at the screen, R.J., open your eyes. But he is so blinded by his anger and his feelings for Dillon that he is eating up every word she says. And then we have Elektra Forrester, poor, traumatized Elektra. She just dumped Will because of his violent outburst and his corporate lies. She moved out of the beach house. And RJ was the one who defended her. RJ was the one who took the beating for her. So she feels this intense loyalty to him. But Elektra is also fiercely loyal to Logan-Forrester and his legacy. When she finds out what Hope is proposing and what Dylan is pushing RJ to do, she absolutely loses it. Elektra literally begs RJ to stay. She is in tears, pleading with him not to abandon the family. She tells him that Eric's legacy is already crumbling because of the haute couture flop and Donna's betrayal. She says that if RJ leaves now, it will kill their grandfather. And you can see the conflict in RJ's eyes. He cares about Elektra. He really does. I think he genuinely wants to be her knight in shining armor now that Will is out of the picture. But he is so torn between Elektra's pleas to protect the past and Dylan's pushes to conquer the future. It is a brilliant, messy, emotional triangle, and I am honestly here for it. So what does RJ do? Does he listen to Elektra and stay a loyal soldier? Does he listen to Dylan and just resign? No, RJ does something so completely unhinged and brilliant that I actually cheered in my living room. He doesn't just walk away. RJ looks at his bank accounts. He looks at his massive personal inheritance, the trust fund money he has had sitting around forever, and he decides to go rogue. RJ marches into the boardroom. Ridge is there, Steffy is there, probably trying to figure out how to save their sinking ship of a company. And RJ drops the nuclear bomb. He announces that he is not just leaving to work for Hope. He announces that he has used his entire personal inheritance to buy a massive, controlling stake in Logan Creations. He bought his way in. He isn't an employee. He is an owner. But wait, it gets crazier because RJ doesn't just say he's an owner. He officially declares a merger. He announces to the room, and basically to the entire fashion world, that he is forcing a merger between his new assets at Logan and his existing ties to Forrester. He officially proclaims the birth of Logan-Forrester. It is a hostile takeover masked as a family reunion, and the room goes completely dead silent. I mean, can we just pause and imagine the look on Ridge's face? Logan-Forrester, the man who just a few days ago walked into Bill Spencer's office and physically punched him in the face over this corporate war. Ridge, who has been screaming about loyalty and family and destroying the Spencers. And now his own son, his flesh and blood, has taken Forrester money and used it to fund the enemy. Ridge absolutely loses his mind. I have never seen Torsten K act this furious. The veins were popping out of his neck. He is screaming at RJ, calling him a traitor, asking him how he could do this to Eric. And RJ just stands there. He doesn't flinch. For the first time in his life, RJ is looking his father dead in the eye and not backing down. He tells Ridge that this is the future, that Forrester Creations is dying under Steffy's leadership, and that Logan-Forrester is the only way to save their legacy. It is such a powerful moment, but also so incredibly destructive. You just know this relationship is damaged forever. Maybe I'm being too dramatic, but I really don't see how Ridge ever forgives this. But let's not forget about the other side of town. Bill Spencer. Oh my God, Bill Spencer. You guys know Bill. He is ruthless. He is arrogant. He funded Katie's new company because he wanted to crush Forrester Creations into dust. He wanted to destroy Ridge. He didn't want to hold hands and sing Kumbaya with them. So when he finds out that RJ Forrester has bought a massive stake in Logan and is declaring a merger, Bill goes completely ballistic. Bill doesn't want a Logan-Forrester empire. He wants a Spencer-Logan empire that dances on the grave of the Forresters. He starts screaming at Katie, demanding to know how she let this happen, how she let a Forrester kid buy his way into their company. And Katie is just standing there, realizing she might have lost control of her own creation. Because RJ has the money and Hope has the talent, and suddenly Bill is looking like an outsider in his own investment. It is pure poetry. This is the start of the most brutal war in the history of the show. It's not just a fashion rivalry anymore, it's a blood feud. You have Ridge and Steffy on one side, desperately trying to protect what's left of Eric's legacy. You have Bill Spencer on the other side, furious that his weapon against Ridge has been hijacked. And right in the middle, you have Hope and RJ sitting on their new Logan-Forrester throne, with Dylan whispering in RJ's ear. And what about Brooke? She is still away on a wellness retreat. Liam was planning to go tell her about Hope's panic attack, but now he's going to have to tell her that her son and her daughter just merged the two warring families into a mutant corporate monster. Brooke is going to have a literal heart attack. She already slapped Katie across the face for using the Logan name. What is she going to do when she finds out RJ attached the Forrester name to it? Honestly, I am exhausted just talking about it. The writers have completely thrown the rulebook out the window. Every single character is backed into a corner. Will Spencer is probably sitting somewhere realizing that his violent outburst against RJ is what pushed RJ over the edge to do this. Elektra is crying over Eric's broken heart. Zende is probably crying in a closet because his hope for the future promotion is now officially the biggest joke in the world. I don't know how they are going to resolve this. A merger, a corporate war. It's going to be months of boardroom screaming matches, and I am absolutely here for every single second of it. Let me know in the comments whose side you are on. Are you Team Logan-Forrester? Or are you Team Burn It All Down? See you guys tomorrow.